Hi, this is Norcaffeine and welcome back to Spintires. So, what did we do last time? Well, I don't really remember. Although, I believe we either crashed something or are taking our stuff up to the garage, which I believe is a more likely explanation for this trip. In this truck we have the garage trailer or garage carriage, which provides 2 garage points, which we will be using to build the garage up there, so we can start using that as a hub to drag the lumber from these locations to this and this, which will be very nice. So let's get to it. Although we are stuck, so it would be nice to get out of here, of this muddy waterhole. And I don't remember if I just got stuck in the last video, but we do seem to have a chance to get out of here, which is very cool. Just pull ourselves up somewhere and unhook. Oh, hello. Kind of have to go back in the mud to go forward. Yeah, smash the tree. Yes. Okay. So we're out of the muddy hole and we are continuing forward. Although at a wrong direction, we are going this way. What I will do is lock my... yeah, okay, it's locked. Lock the gear in first, so we won't increase, or maybe put it in what's called automatic, so we are just gearing up and down as we go, because this road isn't that bad. We can turn off the diff-lock, why not? And there we go. I think that's the bump down there. Yeah, there's the bump to my left there, which I will try to avoid hitting. And I can turn on the headlights for you, just so you can see how the game kind of changes when you do. And for some reason we almost get stuck. Yeah. The differential lock is quite handy. A lot of off-roaders use them all the time, especially when one tire kind of takes to the air. All your power will disappear in that tire, because the engine finds, oh, that tire is out of, or it needs more power because it's just spinning. And the tire which is in contact with the ground will still keep, won't get enough power to move all its weight, because all the weight in that part of the car is either on that tire or in the back, I don't know. But the differential lock is a really handy tool. So there we are. Oh, crikey. I think we are stuck. What is going on there? No. Oh, there's some rock or something in the way. What the hell? Or maybe that's the mud from our last pass. Although we can't tow ourselves out of this water, so we will have to just drive. We're not that stuck yet. Although it doesn't promise. It's not promising. Yeah, there seems to be some sort of steep hill here, which provides... doesn't provide that much traction. So we just keep spinning our tires. Well, we can tow ourselves up now, which is very cool. Although, I don't want to go up that extreme cliff there, so we'll just slide ourselves over, and just for good measure, why not, okay, never mind. Yeah, let's go forward, and maybe we can tow ourselves now. Yes, we can. Just to kind of increase the speed we're getting out of this muddy shithole there. And turned off the diff-lock for some reason. There we go. Maybe that was the reason. My own foolishness. But as you can see, while using the headlights, all the illumination around you kind of disappears, and the focus is directed at the front of the vehicle. But there we go. So first, so I'm not going to shoot past as I did earlier. I'm going to... It's hard to miss though. Turn off the diff-lock. Have the all-wheel drive on for a brief moment, turn it off and put it in high gear. As you can probably hear, the engine is roaring. Speed. Not sure if it's supposed to gear up to like 2+, but it uses substantially less fuel, that's for sure. 2 liters per minute, while if I drive in this gear you can see it doubles consumption, or triples it rather. So ideally you would be using this gear all the often, but if I do stop now and try to drive, the engine will stall. That's why the gear is too high. It's a high gear, so the engine needs to be revved up, and when you gear down it will the RPM needle will just shoot down again, because it kind of gets contact, and the real momentum in the engine is lower than, no, is higher than the real momentum in the wheels, if that makes any sense. So it will be forced down again. So while driving in, if you try to start in a high gear, you will be stalling your engine. That's logical, of course. But there we go. We will now unload our garage carriage. There we go. More garage points required to access garage. I don't know if you lose the whole thing if you use up the repair points. But what we can do now is repair that one, I think. And there we go. So now we have spent... We can just be chickens and take our truck back to... or rescue it back to the garage. Although that will be very boring. So I will drive back myself. Because we are not chickens. So... let's return. I don't remember if I did rescue any vehicle. I may have to show you that after I finish this garage. Maybe I can rescue the blue truck up here just so you can see how that works. And this road here should be... there should be some... I'm not sure what the name is in English, but like a scraping truck with this scraper at the bottom, which evens out the road, because this muddy shithole into that garage isn't that handy. So if you have a heavy load of lumber and big carriages and that kind of things in this with a weak truck, you are going to get stuck. And as you can see, there's a lot of trees around, or maybe you can get around this way, but ideally you want to use the road. But that's probably an idea they may have, but will be implementing later. So yeah, right now the save game feature is missing. And oh, there we go. I'm stalling the engine because I tabbed out. What I was trying to say is that the good old save game button, or save game option, is missing from the game, which means that I have to play the single player game and this one only. So I can't start a new game outside of it, so to speak. This is the one I have to play until I either start a new one or finish it, or I feel I have finished it. So that's something which would be very handy, because this is the kind of game where you would want to save game file, so you don't have to start over and over again. But for some reason there's something sticking up there. Graphical glitches all over, as you can see. But yeah, here you see the big mud bank I was talking about. If I drive over this, I guess I will drop. Yes, there we go. Dangerous water levels. And our back wheels are kind of getting stuck in that mud. Although we know from before that we can get over this river with this truck. Or do we? Okay. Not sure what happened there. We were stuck for some reason. But yeah, as you can see, we are crossing this no problem at all. As I said in an earlier video, you just have to have a margin for some damage. It depends on how you drive, how your style of driving is. If you drive in the first gear there, you can see you should have set aside like 40-50 points of damage, and maybe 100 if you drive really recklessly, which you usually would do in this game anyways. Although if you come directly from another racing game and just like flooring it through every corner, every hole in the ground and all that kind of stuff, and charging head on into the mud, you should have a larger margin, so to speak. I feel like I should have. I feel a bit reckless sometimes driving in this game. So here we can put it in high gear. It won't go as fast, it seems. Although, okay, it will be consuming substantially more fuel. So let's see, the way we have to go is over here. Let's go back this... no, wait, I think I concluded that that way was bad. But over here we go. So maybe you should want to go this way, because that seems like a more ideal road, so to speak. It seems like the main road, if you could ever call it that. But yes, we will be doing this off-road. It's the whole point of the game, exploring, doing crazy shit with your Russian trucks. Yeah, and that's something... oh, hello. Something if you haven't noticed already, all the trucks are not of European make, that's for sure. Or maybe the orange trucks in this game looks like old Scania trucks. But I believe these are Russian trucks. The Land Rover is a UAZ. This is an Ural truck, I think. Not to say that they are bad trucks. The Russian military are still using them, and they have been proving to be extremely good, although we all know about the Lada, which wasn't good at all. Sorry to say. But if it's a military purpose vehicle, they can sure make it. So we're back. We just charged into this rubble hole here. As you can see, we're taking the muddy path to victory, avoiding that rubble. So let's see. It's just a danger that you get stuck again. You can see this enormous... it's kind of odd textures on it, but yeah, you can see I'm just plowing my way into the mud here, digging up new trenches. It's kind of silly. So I think driving into the water is the... oh, rocks, oh no. That sounded bad. You can see the rock is like stuck on the front wheel there. But oh, there you can see the differential on this truck. There's two. One in the furthest back position and one underneath. If I'm not wrong, I should believe... yeah, there's two in there. So this is a 6x6 truck. Which means that all 6 wheels are able to provide power during a ride. Which isn't that usual anymore, although Mercedes has released a truck so a while ago, some sort of luxury pickup truck, which only Russian oligarchs or Dubai millionaires are buying, which has 6-wheel drive and all the highest technological advancements. It's basically a Geländewagen, although with another axle of wheels. And the price is like 2 million. Oh, I believe it will be... well, in my country it will be like 6 million Norwegian kroners, which is basically $1 million, but I believe it's more. And it just consumes diesel like a drunk man drinks booze. So it's not environmentally friendly, that's for sure. But it sure as hell can do its job, and that's what the Geländewagen is all about. And I think that's something they could add in this game if they're were to get the license from Mercedes, although that is very it's probably not going to happen because like Euro Truck Simulator had to, I don't think, or I think they gained Mercedes a right to use Mercedes, although they had to call it Majestic, and it's basically Mercedes trucks. So that was kind of disappointing, and the Geländewagen would be a very cool addition to this game. But anyways, we are back, and now we will be off again. So trying to get another lorry load of garage points, which shouldn't prove to be that hard. But yeah, so before we enter this medal, I'll be just swooping away for a quick second to check my timer, because I didn't put it up on the screen. And we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. I also grabbed myself a cup of coffee, so I'm better off doing this. Getting some artificial wake-up boost up in this cribio. So I believe we can manage to get this truck to the river crossing before I have to cut the video, before it gets too long. That said, if we are quick enough and don't meet any hinders or something across the road. But yeah, I may have not turned off the all-wheel drive and diff-lock while I was using the high gear, which is something you should do, because they are fuel-consuming factors by themselves. Oh, and that's the reason why I wouldn't do high gear. Let's see. We can actually. It seems like we may be able to get somewhere with this truck, even in high gear and no aid at all. It's just, oh come on! While the wheels are spinning, the engine doesn't know what happens outside of the truck, right? So for some reason we are actually doing this easier than in a lower gear. But yeah, the engine doesn't know what's happening outside of the truck, so it will just keep spinning, providing engine power. So if you are standing completely still and in a high gear, but all your wheels are spinning, you can basically have it in 5th gear, and on blank ice you can... wow, look at that! We actually made it through! In high gear, that's extremely cool. I don't know if this is the gear you should be using, although you see how fast we are traversing this mud. It's a dangerous pursuit, because we are very prone to beating ourselves up. We are, even though if we get a bit bogged down, we just... yeah, but you can see my fuel consumption down in the left there. It's extremely high. And I believe I have gone too far. Let's put it back, lock it in the 1st gear and see. Yeah, it's half the consumption there. Yeah, it seems like I have been a bit, what's it called? Carried away, so to speak, by my own astonishment. Jesus Christ, that was... oh no! Not good. Turn it on again. Go, go, baby, go! So we hit a extremely deep hole and we got stuck. And as you can see, we are almost tilting. If you are tilting to the right, turn your wheels to the right. If you are tilting to the left, turn your wheels to the left. And the tip of the wheel will counter... not balance, but it will push your vehicle back in the direction... in the opposite direction, so to speak. It's like backing up, right? If you turn to the left, oh, everything will go to... no, it will still go to the left. Never mind. But yeah, it will do the opposite. So you get unstuck. Or not unstuck, you will get unscrewed, so to speak. But yeah, we just eating mud for breakfast. So we are now passing some sort of... Yeah, I believe this is the main road. Or not the main road, but yeah, this is the way we should go. Pop it back in the low gear. And let's see if we can smack it up in the high gear again. I'm not being too concerned about fuel consumption because we do have that much fuel and there's not that much long until we are back at the garage. And we have 2 more points in the back of the truck here, so we can pimp up another garage. And I believe there are more trucks on this map as well, so uncloaking areas wouldn't be a stupid idea either. Maybe they have the 8-wheeler on this map, which is basically some sort of all-terrain Arctic truck. Not Arctic truck, it's like this massive behemoth which provides carriage for all kinds of shit up in the... If you have been on Iceland, for example, and you drive to the glaciers, they have those kinds of trucks. Normally 8-wheel, enormous wheels with automatic pressure adjustment and all kind of stuff. They can just lower, higher the pressure in the tires depending on what surface they're on. And they use the sizing buses because they can traverse the ice and the snow. So, oh, smacking up. Come on, you can do this. Pop it back into all drive, or not automatic, I mean. And, oh, come on. We just have to enter the river. There we go. So, here we are. We managed to get ourselves to the river, and just for the hell of it, I had to take a picture. So, yeah, we will maybe make our way over there and then let's check on the map here. As you can see, we could have done like, there seems to be some sort of road leading to this river, which is a smaller crossing than this even. No, this is the smallest, medium, and the furthest. But it seems like an idea to go this way and then skip over and maybe uncloak and then go to the garage. I think that's the plan. So, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of Spintires and all the other things I do. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.